I know we've already talked about it, but it's becoming more and more true, especially as we go through the offseason, and especially now that the first Vikings game is over, preseason game that is. The Minnesota Vikings have a crowded running back room, but it's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's a good problem to have, actually. Yes, you got Dalvin Cook. Yes, you got Alexander Mattison, who, by the way, I'm going to speak up because he put out a tweet today, kind of clowning Vikings fans. And I get it. He's absolutely right in this. Like, Vikings fans have been clowning on, or at least have been taking shots. Let's say taking shots at Alexander Mattison. Come on. First off, I know that the biggest thing against him, he's not explosive as Dalvin. Okay, that's fine. I'll give you that. He's not as explosive as Dalvin, but he's still a very good running back that has had, in the absence of Dalvin, by the way, in starting for Dalvin, has had at least a handful of 100-yard games. 100, not 500-yard games. A handful of 100-yard games. He has constantly been that guy that you can rely on in the screen game. He's good in pass blocking as well. And again, I know he's not the most explosive back, but if we take a look, I know there's specifically at over the years of what his production has been, he deserves a lot of credit. So I'll leave that alone, but I do think that we need to give some respect to Alexander Mattison, especially where it's due. Yes, I know he missed that. He missed that wide open hole to the right. Didn't display exactly very good ball carrier vision there. I would like to see any of us, go ahead. You guys take a carry in the NFL against that type of level talent. Go ahead. You guys, I know I would have gotten the Vikings -3 yards. Everybody else maybe gotten back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know. But they wouldn't have gotten 3 or 4 yards like Alexander Mattison did, and I'm willing to bet the farm on that one. So, but at the end of the day, I think that the Vikings have a good problem, and that is they've got a lot of really good running backs. And I think, as we move forward in the offseason, we're really going to see how things pan out because Dalvin after this year, what's his future going to look like, especially with a big contract? We already talked about it, but Alexander Mattison in the final year of his rookie deal, is he going to be coming back? I doubt it. I don't think the Vikings or any team for that matter is going to pay, an aging running back. But, there's still some teams out there that might trade him right now, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about how crowded this running back room is. You saw the bulk of those running backs get carries. Ty Chandler, 5 carries, 50 yards. Kenny Nwangu, 7 carries, 41 yards. Both of those guys in Chandler and Nwangu are both dynamite kickoff returners as well. So, you saw a lot of good things from those two. And then you check out the rest of this offense. We already talked about it. Dalvin Cook, dynamic. Alexander Mattison, a worthy backup that deserves a lot more respect. And yet Kenny Nwangu and Ty Chandler. And also we saw Brian Koback out there. But overall, I did expect a little bit more out of the former Toledo product. But it is what it is. We'll leave it there. But overall, the Vikings have an embarrassment of riches at the running back position, and I think it would be foolish. It would be absolutely foolish for Vikings fans to or at least the Vikings not to explore options with how they're going to use all these different guys. And again, could we see a trade for Alexander Mattison? Not because he's not a good player. In fact, I think it's the exact opposite. And I'm kind of in a way piggybacking off of Purple for the Win podcast's idea with this one, but also I would like to just see Kenny Nwangu and Tyler Chandler. So at the end of the day, Alexander Mattison, I think he should look for greener pastures. I think he should look for specifically organizations that need help at the running back position because you have all these other running backs on the Vikings roster and in the backfield that are going to do a lot of different things. And I think at the end of the day, yes, it's a good problem to have, but we need to take a serious look at this running back position as we move forward with this. And a lot of credit does go to the Vikings' second offensive line from this last game against the Raiders. A lot of guys, Ed Ingram, for example, I thought played very well. The Vikings really liked Ingram's pass blocking ability, but he showed up on a lot of different ways in being able to clear lanes for those two in Nwangu and a guy like Ty Chandler as well. So I'm excited. I do think that this is a sign of what's to come in these two running backs' future specifically. But I think we've got one more year where the Vikings are at least going to explore that option. So, but overall, the Vikings have a very crowded running back room. It's not a problem. I still think there's a way they can incorporate all these different guys. And I still think at the end of the day, they have a lot of talent. And that Vikings fans need to be a little patient, especially if Kenny Nwangu and Ty Chandler aren't getting the carries that they want. Because again, they are behind two very good running backs that deserve a lot of credit. And Dalvin Cook, injury's been a concern. Let's be real. Like, he has not been able to stay on the field in his entire career for a full 16 or 17 game season. Pick whichever one you want to choose. Alexander Mattison is in a way kind of in the same boat, but not really. But you got two guys, two studs right behind them in Nwangu and Ty Chandler that could do some different things as well. So So the Vikings have an embarrassment of riches in the backfield. They've got an embarrassment of riches as far as the weapons go. Let's just see how the offensive line goes. But one thing is apparent: running back will definitely not be a problem. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the Minnesota Vikings having a crowded running back room.